Hello, once again, welcome to Unboxed God, where we detox from religion and discover the God who refuses to fit inside the boxes we were given. I'm Todu Sarah Johnson, and here we explore who God really is, beyond fear, beyond formulas, and beyond everything we were taught to perform. If you're hungry for a real relationship with Him, you are in the right place. Let's dive in. So, this video is going to be part of my current playlist as well. Let's talk religion. And just imagine me pleading to God, please reveal yourself. Reveal yourself. That was me 2.5 years ago. Because I got to a stage, religion couldn't hold my pain anymore. And I needed to know this real God. And there comes a moment in every believer's life, if you are aware of it, and if you know the way how. In my situation, God came through for me. And in that moment, 2.5 years ago, religion was not enough. I needed God to really, really step in. For me, what changed that propelled me to searching for the real God, even though I've had the urge in this past 24 years that I wanted to know Him more than this. But I did not know what to do or how to get there. And I keep lamenting, keep toiling, keep persevering. But for me, that moment that changed everything was the day my husband passed away. Grief is a strange teacher, isn't it? It strips away every illusion. It exposes what's real and what's not. It reveals what was working and what was never. In that moment, I became a widow. Suddenly, everything that I built, my spiritual life, began to crumble. Yes, because I built my spiritual life on my husband. He preached to me almost at the age of 18 when I got saved. He brought the message to me. It was like a teacher to me. It was like a crown over me, a protector. It was like my shield. I'm so comfortable that whenever I go to him and speak to him about anything spiritual, because he was way, way well advanced than me, I knew that I got this peace. The way he's going to explain the Bible verses to me, it was so good. It was so revelatory. And when that person that you build your entire life on just goes without notice, what do you do? And that was when I knew I need something more than religion. Religion couldn't hold me any longer. And I began search. I began reading books about heaven, reading books about suffering, reading books about knowing God. And still, I was still lost. Even though at the first few months of my loss, people came, they read scriptures, they gave me a lot of words of encouragement to comfort me. but it was still not enough. You know those Bible verses that they say, God is in control. All things work together for good. He knows what he's doing. That wasn't enough for me. None of it touched the wound. None of it reached the ache inside me. None of it sounded like the God I needed. A God who could sit with me inside the pain. And I began to cry out, God, you need to help me. I need you to reveal yourself. Not the church, not the sermon, but I need you now in my grave. I wasn't asking for a miracle. I wasn't asking for a breakthrough. I wasn't asking for answers. I was asking for him, God. That's who I wanted to know. And in that darkest, quiet, most fragile event that happened in my life began the journey where I am now, 2.5 years ago. And I keep thanking God that happened. I thank God that my husband went home. He was here, but he went through a lot of pain, a lot of agony, a lot of suffering. Suffering of not being fulfilled, suffering like he wanted to, suffering of stuttering very badly all of his years. And because of that, he felt people look at him in a pity. There were so many challenges he faced, but you still want to have your loved ones with you, isn't it? And I felt he was only 40. I felt things were going to change. He's going to be blessed. I never knew that he was carrying the deep sorrow of God. I never knew that he was really depressed because he shares in the suffering of God. God shares a lot of his pains with him. And that really, really impacted him. And I'm happy. He is happy now in heaven. He is happy. He's living his destiny. I've had the opportunity to speak to my husband several times. And I'm so glad he's home. And I'm glad he went because that was the only one thing that was capable of propelling me into God. Because if not, I will continue to do the religious things, even though it was burdensome. I will still have continued to manage. I will still have continued to hold on because the fear of losing eternity was too deep for me to yearn for something else. And God has been my guidance, my protector, my lover, my papa, my shield. It's become everything to me. And so many times, it's comfort me. Say, Tolu, I'm right here. I'm not rushing you. I'm not disappointed in you. I just want you to take that step, a step at a time. Everything has already been orchestrated, Tolu. This was supposed to happen. Your husband was supposed to come up. This was supposed to propel you into knowing me. And in these last 2 years, God has stopped being a destination at the end of my life. He stopped being a boss I had to impress. He has stopped being a judge that is keeping scores of what I do. He has stopped being a God I only met through church programs. Actually, I've not been to church since I really, really met him. Since I started enjoying his presence, it was very difficult for me to go back to church because church just sounds lifeless to me. And when you receive from the real life, for me, I just find church was just like a blind guide leading the blind. No one knows where they are going. And what happened? All fall in a ditch. I've been in the ditch for the past 24 years. So God bringing me out of that ditch 2 years ago, I am not going back. And he has become a companion in my pain, a father in my grave, a friend who didn't flinch at my questions, a presence who didn't pull away from my tears. And this is what shocked me the most. He didn't rebuke my questions. He welcomed them. He wasn't angry at my confusion. He stayed quietly, faithfully, tenderly. It was as if he said, "You've been serving me for years, Tolu. Now let me walk with you." And do you hear God saying the same thing to you as well? Solomon, Cynthia, Janice, Anthony, Anne, you've been serving me for long years. Now let me walk with you. And that was the moment my real spiritual journey began. Not when I got answers, not when I got breakthrough, not when life got better, but the moment God stopped being the God of my religion and became the God of my reality. You know, I want you to look at this analogy. When the stage light goes out, imagine a large concert hall. When the stage lights are on, everyone sees the performance, the music, the spectacle, the crowd, the noise. It's impressive. It feels spiritual. It feels alive. But when the light goes out, when the crowd leaves, when the noise dies, only one thing remains. Who is still standing with you in the darkness? Religion is loud. Religion shines. Religion entertains. But when your life collapses, like I did experience, when the stage lights burn out, religion can't hold you. Only God can. And when it steps into the darkness, you realize, I never knew you like this. So what I want you to hear today is you might not be grieving a person. Maybe you are grieving your faith, your hope, your identity, your sense of God. And you might be thinking, if I'm doing everything right, why does God still feel far? Listen to me. You're not crazy. You're not falling. You're not broken. You're waking up. When religion collapses, relationship begins. When the noise ends, its whispers becomes clear. And when you stop performing, you finally become available. Yes, and it's waiting for your availability. It's waiting for you to say, Papa, I am here for you. So as we round up, let's finish with this prayer. God, I'm tired of knowing you through religion. Please reveal yourself to me. Not through formulas, not through pressures, but in the quiet places of my life. Show me who you really are. Walk with me in the places where religion cannot reach. I want to know you for myself. Amen. And I hope that you've been blessed by this message. God bless you.